So you're over 40, like me, you're ready to get fit, you're ready to turn your life around, get in shape. I'm right there with you. I had that same sort of experience just a few years ago when I recognized that I was 40, 50 pounds overweight, hadn't done any weight training in, probably 12, maybe even 15 years. Financially, my life was kind of bordering right on, I mean, not destitute, but certainly, we ran out of money before we ran out of month. Right? Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I was just fed up, man. I was just tired of it. And I had friends of mine that were having heart attacks in their 40s, and I thought, this is the direction I'm going, man, if I don't turn some things around. So I decided that I wanted to turn myself around both financially and physically, and that's what I wanted to share with you right here is how you can get fit over 40. If you're over 40 years old, your biggest barrier to getting fit is not your age, it's how busy we are. It's in our 40s. Those are our best money-making years. That's when we're out climbing the corporate ladder and scratching and clawing or building our businesses, or, we've invested our entire nest egg in a business that we're trying to get up off the ground. And not to mention that in your 40s is typically when you have kids that are, in soccer and in dance and recital, and the children now are getting older and they're taking up more of our time because they're engaged in more things that need our support, right? Not to mention that some folks in their 40s find themselves, having major relationship changes, divorce, and those kinds of things. That's very time consuming. All of these things combined. Oh, plus in your 40s is oftentimes when you get involved in being on the board of directors and participating with the Lions Club and volunteering as a soccer coach or a baseball coach, right? So many things pulling at us that time is usually the biggest barrier to really getting in shape after 40. So here's what I suggest that you do. This is the best tip that I have for you. Look, anybody can go grab a book or grab a video on how to weight train, how to do cardio, how to eat better, how to use food as a fuel for your body as opposed to using food as something to satiate you when you're hungry, right? Anybody can read books on that stuff. So I don't need to make a video on that. This video is about what do you need to do if you really want to get in shape over 40, and the answer is you've got to designate the time for it. You've got to get committed to it, designate the time for it, and then put boundaries around that time so that nothing else can take you away from it. Here's what I mean. If you're a spiritual person, you go to church, right? You probably put boundaries around church time. Nothing gets in the way of going to church on Sunday, right? If you are a big family guy, maybe you put boundaries around having dinner with your family at 7 o'clock. Nothing gets in the way of having dinner as a family. Maybe you're a recreation person. You're like, you know what? I golf on Sunday, every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 5, and you put boundaries around that. Nothing gets in the way of golf. Here's what you have to do. You've got to put boundaries around your long-term health. You've got to say, I work out 5 days a week from this time to this time, and nothing gets in the way of that. And you've got to prioritize it and get committed. I did that. I got committed 3-4 years ago to turning my life around physically and financially, and I was able to do both in 1 year through just simply being committed. Don't be interested. Interested people will never get anything done. Be committed, and that's what I did. Turn my life around physically by doing just what I recommended a moment ago. I got a couple of books, I watched a couple of videos, and I carved out time and I put boundaries around it. And then I turned my life around financially as well by getting involved I tell you what, I put a blueprint below the video. It'll take you to workingwithbrian.com. You can learn all about how I turned my whole life around financially in 1 year. You can see the exact program that I used. I can't stress highly enough how much that impacted my life. But this video now is about losing weight and getting in shape after 40. And in my opinion, it's not about metabolism. It's not about being over 40, although those things do have an impact. But what it's really about is time and being committed.